Hey guys, Ray from Love You RV. So we're back at the RV on the estuary after our boat trip, and I got a project to clean up my entrance doors here. Got some repairs to do, maintenance. And start with the screens. Got some holes in both of them here that let the flies in, so I'm going to replace those. But the main thing I need to fix is a hinge on the screen door. You can see down there where this one's busted. So I'm just down to 2 hinges and they're going to break pretty soon. So I thought I'd take this chance and also pull off the main door. Looks like I'm going to have to drill out some rivets to change that hinge and drill out some rivets so I can pull this door right off, because I want to try painting this with some plastic paint. You can see how it's over the years it's cracked, the plastic. I thought maybe I could get away with taking the door off, laying it flat, and recoating it with some plastic paint just to make it look a little bit better. And I also want to replace this RV lock we've had on there for about 5 years. Let's see that, it's one of the combo locks here. I have replaced this keypad once. The original one cracked and I ordered and replaced a new one, but RV Lock contacted me and they said they have a new version of this. These are just kind of plasticky, so they have a new one that's rubberized, so they sent me out one of those to test and install. So I'll be installing that at the same time that I clean up the door. Let's get some parts here. I have a rivet here, some bits to drill out the old rivets, more drill bits. I got some new screen door material, and this is my new hinge. You can see that's for the screen door. This thing, I actually found it at Walmart. It was actually about $70 Canadian, which is like 50 or 55 US. So anyway, it was one of the cheaper places to get it. AP Products. And then this is the stuff I'm going to try. It's kind of a plastic multi-purpose rubber coating, white. So first we'll drill out those rivets and get those doors off. Okay, got my 2 doors off. Took out the old RV lock here. Drilled out the old hinge. Here's my replacement hinge. There we go. So just reattach that hinge there, and I can put some rivets through there. But first of all, I have to clean everything up, get the doors all washed, and then I can repaint that one. Well, I decided first thing was to get this hinge on, so then I can finish off the screen door and get it back on, keep the bugs out while I finish off the main door. So it went pretty well. I just had to drill some holes. It didn't come with holes, so I just drilled some holes through everything and then put my rivets through. So the screen's pretty easy. I have this handy dandy little tool helping me get the bead in. Let's get it started here. Just helps push it in place. Like so. I just take an X-Acto knife and cut off the excess. One tip is to not use the aluminum or metal screen. Made that mistake once and it left all kinds of little jagged edges that ended up poking my finger all the time when I was closing the doors. So now I stick with the plastic stuff. There we go. Nice new screens. Go mount it on the door now. Okay. Part one's looking good. Nice new screens, new hinge. So just taped off the weather stripping around the door that I don't want to get any of the plastic paint on, and of course the window. The rest of it I want to recoat, so we'll give her a try. Don't have much to lose. If it doesn't work, then I'll have to get some of that plastic stuff and replace the whole thing, but I thought this might be worth a shot. Okay, so fun with rivets. Put quite a few rivets in there. We got 3 on each of those, 3 on each of those, and then the new one threw a wrench in, the monkey wrench into it. See how this is got 1 inside, 2 outside. These had 2 inside and 1 outside, so I had to drill new holes and kind of like made it hard for the rivets, but I got them in there. Not the greatest job, but they're hanging on. Anyway, how did the painting go? I would call it mostly a fail. The door's a little bit whiter, but that stuff wasn't as thick as I thought it was going to be, so it didn't really cover much of the cracking here. A little bit, might have reinforced it a little bit, but some people had said they use bed liner for trucks, kind of a bed liner. You can see that would work better because it would be thicker and be able to cover these cracks, but it doesn't look too bad aesthetically from a distance. It's not too bad. At least it's a lot whiter. Both the doors are cleaned up, looking better. Screen door has a good hinge now. So now for the RV lock, I'm going to replace it next. It just fits in this hole. You can see when it's cut away here, this door is just basically a hunk of foam with 2 plastic pieces compressed together. So this RV lock is designed to fit in that hole. Obviously it worked for me before. So they have different versions on their website. This is the V4 with integrated keypad, and identical to what I had. I have some pretty fancy boxes and marketing, so I think you probably pay a little more for that, but they also have pretty good support. Anyway, this is my old RV lock, and you can see the plasticky keypad. This is what I was interested in. The new keypad is more of a rubbery type of silicone keypad, so hopefully it'll stand up better to the sun, because that one would eventually start to crack, especially the buttons you used a lot. So we'll pull that apart, stick it into that hole and program it and see how it works. Take a quick look at any changes. Not too much on the front part other than that better keypad there that I can see, but the back part has had some improvements. So this one had quite a bit of plastic to it. This was plastic, and this pull handle was plastic. I was always afraid I was going to break that. That's what you pull it closed with. And I noticed they've gone to an all metal design now. So this whole backing plate is now metal. So where you pull the door shut is a piece of solid metal now. So that's a good improvement. So the install is dead simple. This just fits in the existing hole there. Put your striker plate back on and then you'll see this. And then there's a plug there and kind of a control there. You just have to hook that plug and match up this half moon control because that's your inside lock. There we go. Easy peasy. Also, when I opened the hardware, finally I found out they gave me some brand new striker plates and screws, so I'll install those too, get rid of my cruddy old ones. Next we'll get some power. They did include 4 AA batteries, that's what powers it. They just fit in there and there's a cover that screws on. Now I find these last for months and months and months, mainly because we don't use the actual key fob. I leave that off and we just punch in the numbers when we want to go in, so I think it lasts a bit longer than if you're using the wireless fob. It might eat the battery a bit longer. Anyway, when I first put the batteries in, the thing suddenly came on and a voice said, "Welcome to RV Lock." Freaked the crap out of me. Let's give her a try. So if we want to lock it, just hold that down, locks. There we go, it's locked. And unlock, the default code is 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So the code is easy to program. There's some instructions in there. You can change it to whichever is your personal code. Also, when you first touch this thing, it lights up, so it's backlit as well. And there also is a way to get rid of this annoying tone. I didn't really like the tone myself. Some people like it, but there is a way to get rid of it. So let me check the manual. It says hold the 1 button down to toggle through the volume settings. Mute.
Volume setting low. Volume setting medium. Volume setting high. Mute.
Mute. That's what I like. Oops. There we go. We're in, we're in. So once you're in, there's also the manual. You can see the deadbolt there. So all there is in there is a little motor that brings the deadbolt in and out. And on here we have fob on and off, and you can reset your code here, and you can also get the fob to learn. You have to kind of hold that while you hold a button on the fob to train your fob. Looks like mine came pre-programmed. Also noticed in here feature X series keys, no more security worries. RV Lock has high security laser cut keys that are unique to the V4. Your handle has no master cylinder, which reduces the risk of break-ins. A different style of key. Low battery alert. 360 key-like system. Reduce the number of keys needed to access your rig by keying your entry handle alike with RV Lock cam and baggage handles. Pair over 10 remotes. Supply family and friends. Duro keypad, new premium durable soft touch silicone entry pad that is more UV and water resistant. And passcode variations. RV Lock handle can accept up to 8-digit security code. Those seem to be the new features there. Anyway, I was happy with my RV Lock once I got everything working on it. We've used it for about 5 years. The most convenient thing for us is we don't have to take keys when we go out. Anne doesn't have pockets in her. She doesn't want to carry her purse and stuff around all the time or carry keys, so she really liked it if she just, was going on a little hike or something like that. She can just know the passcode and come back and open the door. And also if your hands, you got groceries and stuff like that, it's more convenient. Well, pretty well complete, at least for today. To summarize, this plastic dip didn't really work that well. All multi-purpose rubber coating sort of worked, but it was a little too thin to cover the cracks. RV lock seems pretty good. It's got a nice metal on that now, and a nicer silicone keypad there. So that's a thumbs up. That hinge worked good. That's good because I was with that bottom hinge loose. It was straining my other two hinges, so the whole thing was ready to come apart. Glad to have that. Got nice new screens. No more bugs can get through. And then here, I'll show you this. I'm actually pretty happy with this RV bug stop. It just automatically closes your door. It's hard to keep it open when you want to keep it open. So I put on this little thing here, just a little DIY thing with a chain. That way when we want to use our door, I just hook that and then we can get to the handle on our door. Love this. That was a great, I've had that for a long time. You put a handle on the screen door. They should really all come with that. One thing that didn't work out was the screenshot. It automatically closed the door. There's a spring in there and you just attach it over there and it closes the door. But Anne was telling me she didn't really like it because of how fast it was closing the door on her. So if she was coming out and her hands were full, say she had a coffee and something else in her hand, it was kind of awkward. So she said to get rid of that. She didn't really like that. But it worked well for what it was. I had to mod it for this door because that's a Lippard product. It works on their Lippard door somewhere in the middle. And I had to kind of put it down low on my Challenger door. Anyway, that's all for today. Thanks for watching, everyone. Till next time, Ray from loveyourrv.com. Cheers, guys.